So today is the 23rd of January 2024. Good day. So got up nice and early, had my third mentorship call. It was really good. Answered all my questions, all my queries, and then we ran through the ad copy for my client. So the copy's ready. And then I've just had a sales call now, but I'll come back to that in a minute. So then I told my client, oh, look, the ad copy's ready. I'm ready to go. Like, let's just work on the content. And this woman, she's a nice lady, but I think she's a bit in over her head with all the business stuff and looking after the kid and things like that. And she said, oh, I might have to delay and start in 2 weeks. And she said, I need a bit more time. And I thought when she said I need a bit more time, I thought she meant that she needs more time for like the content. So I said, oh, what exactly do you need more time for? And obviously, because she's stressed out, because she's dealing with her own problems, she's taken that the wrong way and thinks I'm like pressuring her. She was like, oh, well, I've got a kid and I've got big clients, like you aren't my only priority, and like reacting. I was like, oh, I apologized. I said, look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. And I said, I hope that didn't come across in the wrong way. I just said that I was doing it to see if it was the content to help you, because I wanted to make sure you weren't struggling or whatever. So yeah, lesson learned. I need to be careful with my wording, because I see how that could have come across in the wrong way, but it's created a bit of sourness. But it's a bit annoying, but what can you do, I guess. So I need to remember to be careful with how I speak and how I present myself when I'm saying things like that. But yeah, it should be okay. It was just that I just want to get started now, because I want the trial to finish while my mentor's still there. So if something fucks up, he's there to say, like, no, do this, no, you need to change that, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, so that's where we're at the moment. Now, the main reason I'm doing this video is because I've just had a sales call, right, with a coach. So before I get to that, actually, again, today I've done really well in terms of booking calls. As we're speaking, someone's just accepted the invite. So I've just had a call now. I've got 3 calls on Thursday. I then have a call next Friday, a call the Thursday after that, and a call the week after that. So I've booked in 7, 8 calls, and my campaign's nowhere near done for the amount of people I've got in there. I've not even contacted a quarter, so it's cool, it's positive. I just need 2 or 3 more people on. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping that's going optimistic. Now, the main reason, like I said, that I've done this call is because of this sales call that I've just had. Now, again, I adopted the same mindset as I did before. Okay, it's not about closing her, it's about genuinely helping her and genuinely giving her good advice and genuinely seeing if we can help each other. If I can help her, then I'll pitch to her. So we went on, and she was at first I thought she was a bit of a tire kicker, because what I found is the ones that are never serious just talk loads and loads about themselves and don't really answer the questions and go in circles. So it started off like that, but we started getting a bit deeper, and obviously I could see I could help her. I was just seeing if she was serious. And it got to the point, obviously at the start of intelligence gathering, I said to her, look, if at any point I feel like I can't help you, I'm going to be straight up and honest with you and tell you I can't. I'm not going to keep you on for the sake of it. I'm not going to waste your time. She was like, that's fair enough. And then we got to the question about ad spend. Now, obviously, one thing I've learned is get the objections up early, get them out of the way. There's no point leaving them till the end. So one of my qualifying questions is, are you in a position right now? So I'll say something like this. So obviously, part of my service includes an advertising spend, just due to the strategy that I use. Now, I'll break down exactly what those numbers look like in a moment, but let's say in a couple of minutes, I go through my strategy and you think it's a really good fit for you and you genuinely believe it's going to help you and you believe I can do what I say I can do. Are you in a place right now where you can give that ad spend and invest in yourself a bit? And obviously, if they say yes, I can carry on and I can pitch from there. And if no, I end it there. And this lady said no. She said, look, I don't have any money. I barely can pay the bills. And I've got to pay my tax bill. So she said, that's just not going to happen. I said, look, that's completely fair enough. And she said, and then I went, that's completely fair enough. And I'm going to be honest with you, as I said I won't be able to help you because although for this is a free trial, I said it is going to require some advertising spend. And I said, my strategy doesn't work without it. So I said, like, look, I just think it's best if we leave it at that. And now I felt bad for this lady because she, she, from her stories, mad, difficult life. Genuinely, you can see she genuinely cares and she's genuinely trying her best. She just doesn't know what to do. And she would have actually been a really good person to help just because of who she helped. She would have been really good. But she just didn't have the money. So I put the slot in for an hour because I know it takes a bit longer sometimes. After 30 minutes, we realised it's not going to work. And something was telling me, like, just help her. So I thought, all right, let me just give her some free advice. So I looked into what she was doing. I got her to show me her different accounts, how she's doing things, blah, blah, blah. And she broke it all down for me. And yeah, I just spent about 30 minutes just giving her advice on cold outreach, Instagram, how to do this, that, and the other. And at first, I thought she was ignoring me. She was looking down. I thought she was on a phone. I was like, oh, I'm wasting my time here. Then I said, look, I don't know if that's useful to you, but that's what I've learned over the past 2 years, and it's helped me. I book a lot of calls in. I said, I hope that helps you. And she was like, oh my God, thank you so much. That's been so helpful. And she said, look, I'm going to give you a testimonial, even though we've not worked together, because that's been so nice. And now she's like, look, if I ever get the money, I'm going to come straight to you and we can invest into it and start and get going with it all. And she was like, she was really, really thankful, and clearly it was useful to her because of what she said about it. And I don't know, the reason I'm doing it is like, it's nice. It's nice helping people. It's a good feeling. Like I said, it's not all about money. It's not all about the wealth. It is genuinely about helping people, and that felt good to help her, and it felt right to help her. Like, she was in need, she's got a problem, I've got knowledge on how to solve it. Okay, I'm not the best guy in the world, there's probably thousands of guys better than me, but I know more than her, so hopefully my advice can help her a little bit, because her cold outreach wasn't good. And so yeah, I just told her straight up, and she was really thankful for it. And look, I believe in God. I believe there's people watching out over me, and I believe there's people guiding me on this journey. And at the start of the call, I prayed for them to guide me and to help me to make sure I can help this person the best I can. And I need to help them if I believe it's a good fit, and I need to help them if it's the right match. And obviously I got that guidance, and I helped them just in a different way than I was expecting. So yeah, it's nice to... What I'd say with sales, yeah, don't be stingy, don't be tight, don't be it's all about money. Like, actually try and help people, and that genuineness and that confidence in yourself that it's not just about the cash and you're willing to help people goes 10 times further than you could possibly imagine. Now, that interaction with me and her could literally change her business and bring her on some clients. It might not, but it might. But it's genuinely helped her. It's made her happy that she's got some advice. And I said to her, look, send me over your cold email or your cold message after we've had a chat, after you've drafted it out tomorrow, and I'll happily help you, give you advice on it and tell you where you can change it. So look, it costs nothing to be nice, and you'll get it back round eventually if you're really that worried about doing that. But yeah, I think one of the biggest things I've learned about sales is just be authentic, be yourself. And me being me, I am a nice, even though I can be a cold prick, I am a nice guy genuinely, and I can be helpful, and when I want to, I'll be that nice warm guy and give people advice. So yeah, I wanted to help her, and I was being myself, and that's what I would do, and that's what I'd want someone to do for me. My mentor done it for me, and I think he's the main one that sort of done that shift for me with the sales. Was like, just be yourself, be you. It doesn't have to be so stuck on the process and stuck on the money. Like, be you and actually try and help people, and you'll close more deals. And look, I truly believe, I don't think, no matter what any sales calls tells you, if you're genuinely a good person and you're genuinely yourself and you genuinely try and help people and give them honest, good advice, you're going to sell more anyway. And I think that's the best sales advice you can get. Just be authentic and be yourself and don't be so stuck on the money. And I feel like that mindset shift has been so key for me. Not focusing on closing and focusing on actually helping the person has changed it. Now, look, I've just helped her, right? She could go and tell 10 coaching people, coaches now that what I've done for her and say, like, he knows what he's talking about, go help him. Or I could get nothing from it. I could just get the validation, but just, it costs nothing to be nice and help people. And I think if you can adopt that mindset in sales, I think it will help you like tenfold. So look, I've had 2 calls now. I haven't closed either of them, and I'm not annoyed at all. I'm not upset. I'm not mad at myself. I performed to the best of my ability. I prepared as much as I could, and I genuinely helped both people. I gave them solid, viable advice, and I was honest. I could have pitched to her, and I probably before I would have pitched to her, but it wasn't right. And I probably before I wouldn't have helped her because one, because I didn't have the knowledge, and two, because for me it was just about the cash. So yeah, I feel like it's slowly starting to click into place. And look, hopefully the universe will pay me back with another client as a free trial for that help. But yeah, just I think the main advice here is just be a good person, be yourself, and be truthful. And that's how it goes. So that's my update for the day. For the rest of the day, it's been a weird day. I haven't done much. I've done my mentorship. I've booked some calls in. I've travelled to London to do the call. I've done the call. That's about it. I need to train in the gym, do some training. I need to read. I'm reading, you know what, at the moment I'm reading a book about Gandhi. And it's a good book. It's interesting. And I like his outlook on life about not needing the materialistic things. And my mindset is sort of shifting that way anyway, that all this materialistic bollocks is, you just don't need it. It is all about purpose. It is all about fulfillment and like a bigger box to live in or a faster car. Like, you're not going to get true happiness from that. Look, don't get me wrong. When I start making this money, I will buy myself nice things, but that's not the sole purpose for doing this. It's about having a purpose and doing it for a purpose. But that book's sort of solidifying that, because obviously if you know his story, when he died, his what he had to his name was a sandals, glasses, his robe, some like, and a book and something else. But it's a hard read though. The book's written in a hard way to read. I don't know, like, so you know, some books are just difficult to follow. It's good to read and there's good points, and it's just difficult to follow. So I'll probably try and read 30 pages of that, go train in the gym, and then go home. But yeah, that's my update for the day. If you're going to take anything from this, just take the sales bit, because that is so key, honestly. I can't express that enough, and how that's helped me. I know I've not closed anyone, but I can't explain to you how helpful that is. And you come across so more genuine. On my other calls, it felt, looking back, it was so forced. It was so I was trying to be someone a bit when I was pitching, and I wasn't actually trying to solve their problem. I wasn't trying to understand their situation. I was making sure they hit the points that I needed for me to pitch to them. I hope that makes sense. But there we go. That's my update for today. Tomorrow, nothing. No calls, and then free on Thursday. So preparing for the calls, prospecting, and we'll go from there. So yeah, cool.